unprecedented combination of planets taking place. This is massive. On May 19th, that's the exact conjunction. We'll discuss the degrees and what that means. But the effect could be felt a few days before or after. In fact, the effect of this trigger, this combination, could be felt even few months down the road. So this is the trigger. And on May 19th, if you see the degrees here, Mars and Rahu will be exactly conjunct at 20 degrees Pisces. That's the Angarak Yoga, the peak of that yoga that's taking place. Then we have the same day, same time, almost Moon and Ketu on May 19th will be exactly conjunct at 20 degrees Virgo, opposite of Mars and Rahu. So we'll discuss what that means. Then we have Venus Sandhi. Sandhi means the planet is unstable, 0 degrees of Taurus. The saving grace would be Sun and Jupiter, also exactly same degree, 4 degrees of Taurus. So we'll discuss what things we can do based on each of the rising signs that will help us navigate through this potentially very powerful placement of planets, combination of planets. This will trigger something. Now we'll go one by one each of the 12 signs, but see if you have important planets at these degrees or around these degrees. If you have Lagna, your rising sign is one of the, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, so we'll discuss those. But if you say, let's have Moon in one of these signs or close to one of these degrees, or your Mahadasha Lord, your Antardasha Lord, these are sitting around these degrees in these signs, you'll feel the pressure even more. So this is a very, very sensitive period. We'll discuss all the 12 signs. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also join the YouTube membership where we share the specific transits for each of the 12 signs. We go in depth, and there'll be a weekly video, especially for the members, and also discounts on consultations. First of all, Aries rising, Aries Lagna. If you see here, and specifically we're talking about the ascendant only, Aries ascendant. If you see Rahu and Mars, you see here 20 degrees, Mars 20 degrees Pisces, Rahu 20 degrees Pisces. They are in your 12th house. And Moon and Ketu also 20 degrees, but they are opposite sign, which is Virgo. So Moon is 20 degrees Virgo, Ketu is 20 degrees Virgo. Moon and Ketu will be in your 6th house. For Aries rising, Aries Lagna, this combination of, let me show you the Mars and Rahu and Moon and Ketu. This is taking place in your 6-12 axis. Okay, so your 6th house is getting triggered, getting activated, and your 12th house is getting activated. Now, the saving grace is Sun and Jupiter also at the same degree, but in the sign of Taurus. So Sun is 4 degrees Taurus and Jupiter is 4 degrees Taurus as well. So this is taking place in your 2nd house. Okay. And at the same time, Venus is 0 degrees Taurus, so very, very sensitive. A planet that is 0 degrees means it is unstable. It is not strong enough yet to give you the results. So what does all this mean? Moon with Ketu in the 6th house. You may feel like you are surrounded by enemies. And those enemies could be the enemies within, which is our Shadripu, 6 weaknesses. You may feel pessimistic. You may feel complete detachment from the external world. And a good remedy for that is to immerse yourself in service to other people. That is 6th house. But otherwise, you'll feel detachment and could be sadness also. Okay. And then could be a lot of worry about your health, about your work. Those things may be possible. At the same time, Rahu and Mars are in your 12th house. So 12th house is getting triggered. That's the trigger point. So be careful in foreign travel, especially. Be careful dealing with the foreigners. There could be explosive situations. And good remedy for that is focus on your deep meditation, other planes of existence, subconscious mind. Your moon is activated anyway. with Ketu, exact conjunction with Ketu, and 12th house is the house of ancestors, past life regression. Do lots and lots of those things so that you can channel this explosive energy of Mars and Rahu coming together in your 12th house, exactly same degree. The other recommendation is Venus is Sandhi. That means Venus is not super strong. So in terms of relationships, be careful. Just do not enter into any new relationships. Now, the big saving grace for you for Aries is your second house. That means get counsel, listen to the advice of your family members. Okay. Your speech is also one of the things that you can use at this time. Say, verbalize things. Your second house is getting the blessings of Sun and Jupiter conjunction, exact conjunction. Verbalize things. Say out loud what is in your mind. That's your speech will be, it's like Saraswati Yoga almost forming here. So second house has this beautiful Sun and Jupiter together. Express yourself through words. And focus on food, a lot of cooking. That's your, release for this excessive Mars and Rahu energy. Release that fire and air energy in cooking food in the kitchen. And spend time with your family members. That's the best remedy, as one of the best remedies also, because second house also represents our extended family. So not just your close, not just your immediate family. Spend time with your aunts and uncles and cousins and, extended family. And then one other thing you can do is focus on your family wealth, your resources, your accumulated investments. Focus as in, think about those, how you can grow those, focus your energy on that. So that's what's happening. This exact conjunction, as you can see, this will be May 19th, but effect can be felt, days and weeks and months after this conjunction takes place. So if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon and join the YouTube membership if you're interested in getting weekly videos and also discounts and consultations. Next is Taurus rising. So we're talking about this exact conjunction. First of all, Mars and Rahu are conjunct in your 11th house. If you're Taurus rising, Taurus Lagna, Taurus ascendant, Mars, Rahu are exactly at 20 degrees of Pisces, if you see here, in your 11th house. And at the same time, Moon and Ketu are exactly conjunct in your 5th house at 20 degrees Virgo. So they are exactly opposite each other. So your 5th house and your 11th house are activated. So these are the trigger points. Okay. And now the saving grace is Jupiter and Sun are exactly conjunct at 4 degrees in your chart, in your Lagna, in your 1st house in Taurus. And also Venus is Sandhi. Now Venus is Sandhi. That means it is weak. Sandhi means it just entered the sign. It's not strong enough to give you the results. Okay. So what does all that mean? First of all, this means there could be explosive situations, as in, a lot of anger and drama connected with your friends or on social media. So stay away from social media as much as you can for at least these few days. The exact conjunction is taking place on May 19th, but effects could be felt way beyond that. Okay. Secondly, keep your desires in check. That's very, very important. This is trigger point for Angarak Yoga. Okay. Number 3, your relationship with your children. If you have kids, this is going to be testing time for that. So there could be a lot of emotional stuff going on with your children in their lives or with respect to your connection with them. You may feel emotional up and down. You may feel emotional roller coaster with respect to your children. Secondly, also with respect to your romantic relationships. So be very, very careful. If possible, do not enter into any new romantic relationships. And also do lots of meditation. Try to stay positive and happy. Moon with Ketu, exact conjunction, exact same degree, means you may feel pessimism or complete detachment. Okay, with your children or with life in general or with your romantic partner. And this is not the time to do any speculative, risky bets. That's your fifth house. Now, this is an excellent time to go within and discover the pearls of, wisdom in terms of be very creative. Fifth house is the house of creativity. And the saving grace is Jupiter and Sun together in the first house, exact same degree. That means, you should trust yourself. Focus on self-development. Okay, do not focus on social media. That's 11th house is getting triggered with the Angarak Yoga. Focus on yourself. The first house is you, the Lagna. Listen to the inner voice. And be careful with the relationships because Venus is Sandhi. So Venus is our relationships. It's not very strong. So depend on yourself. Do things for self-improvement. For Taurus, see Jupiter in the Lagna with Surya, the sun, the king. That means you are your own guru. Okay. First house is you, yourself. Jupiter is the guru. So Jupiter in the first house being triggered by the Surya. Sun is passing by, right? So Sun is now exact conjunction with Jupiter. That means it is triggering the energy of Jupiter. So this is making you yourself as your own guru. Trust your inner wisdom. This is a time for self-reflection and your own discover your own strengths. So that's for the sign of Taurus. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Next, we'll see the sign of Gemini. Next is Gemini rising, Gemini Lagna, Gemini ascendant. Now, this explosive combination is taking place in your 4th house and 10th house, especially the 10th house, where Rahu and Mars are going to be exact same degree, 20 degrees Pisces in your 10th house. That's the Angarak Yoga, the peak of Angarak Yoga. At the same time, Moon is going to be exact same degree as Ketu at 20 degrees Virgo in your 4th house. So your 4th house and your 10th house are completely getting triggered. So that's the energy right now. And at the same time, we have Venus is Sandhi. Venus is the 0 degrees Taurus, if you see here. That means it's not very strong. So be careful with your relationships. The saving grace is we also have this beautiful combination of Jupiter and Sun together exactly at 4 degrees of Taurus. So this is triggering the blessings of the gurus in your 12th house. So we'll see what that means. But first of all, be very careful at your work, in your business, in your profession. That's the 10th house. There could be explosive energy, a lot of anger, or disputes or illusion. It's the fire and the air together. Okay. So, and at the same time, Moon in the 4th house is same degree as Ketu. That means you may feel pessimistic. You may feel discontent with your place of residence. That's 4th house. Or you may feel discontent with your mother, or there may be difficulties in your mother's life. Okay. So a good remedy is to turn your home into an altar as a retreat center. So in your home itself, do lots of meditation. You can invite people to do like group meditation. Okay. Not a good time for, thinking about real estate and things like that. Now this conjunction combination happening on May 19th, but the effects can be felt days and weeks and months later. Now, if you have important planets in these signs at these degrees, then you'll feel the pressure even more. Okay. Now, the saving grace, as we saw, is Jupiter and Sun in your 12th house. Your 12th house is activated. You'll receive blessings from the ancestors. Do lots of past life regression, lucid dreaming. You'll get the answers. You'll get the blessings from ancestors. You'll have easy connection. This is a big window opening. You'll have easy connection to your ancestors. So do lots of energy healing, astral travel, other planes of existence, meeting other beings of other planes. So that is all activated for you. And even a foreign travel, or listen to the foreigners, listen to the advice of foreign friends, foreign people. That's your 12th house. Jupiter in the 12th house means it's like gurus will come to you in the form of foreigners, or literally ancestors will come and guide you. Okay, so that's the analysis for Gemini rising. And if you have important planets in these degrees, then or let's say your Mahadasha Lord is at these degrees, then you'll feel the impact even more. Next is Cancer rising, Cancer ascendant, Cancer Lagna. So what's happening is around May 19th, exactly, actually on May 19th, this exact conjunction will be there that we'll talk about. So Mars and Rahu are going to be exactly at 20 degrees Virgo. That'll be in your ninth house. Okay. At the same time, Moon and Ketu will be exact same degree, 20 degree, but in the sign of Virgo in your third house. So for Cancer rising, your third house and your ninth house. So 3-9 axis is completely getting activated. Now, at the same time, we have Venus, Sandhi. Venus is going to be 0 degrees. That means just changing signs, very unstable. So relationships could be difficult. But the saving grace is the Sun and Jupiter are going to be exactly same degrees at 4 degrees. So basically, your Jupiter and Sun are being activated, giving you the blessings of the gurus from your 11th house. So what does all that mean? First of all, there could be issues with your gurus, with your teachers, with your father. There could be uh, big changes in your belief system. Okay. Be very cautious. Do not engage in any debates or any arguments or anger issues related to your belief system. Very, very crucial. Your ninth house has Mars and Rahu. Angarak Yoga is getting activated. Also, be careful in long distance travels. At the same time, Moon is going to be with Ketu in the third house. There could be a lot of emotional issues with your younger siblings. Be very careful in your communication in general, your written communication or emails, in your networking, in sales, marketing type of jobs, if you do that. Also be careful in your short distance travels. There could be a lot of like emotional drama, within the city, like if you travel for work or for other purposes. So short distance travels could be a source of stress. And you may feel detached from your younger siblings. But this is a really good time to go within and discover some skills, learn some new skills. The saving grace, as I said, is Jupiter and Sun together. So in a way, for Cancer rising, this could be the period when your friends could act as gurus. So you listen, it's a good time to listen to your friends. That's the bottom line. Your gurus may come to you in the form of your friends. So good time to listen to your friends. Also good time to listen to your elder siblings. 11th house is our elder siblings. Your elder siblings may be speaking on behalf of your gurus. Okay. And also your financial gains are triggered. So that means this is the time to focus on how to improve your finances. So rather than focusing on any issues related to the ninth house or the third house, focus all your energy on your 11th house. Okay. So this is a period when especially your Lagna Lord is involved here. Moon is your Lagna Lord. So Moon is going to be exact same degree as Ketu. So this will impact you really, really hard in terms of this will make you go within complete detachment in a way. So meditation is a perfect thing to do. You could also possibly go for meditation with your younger sibling. That'll be ideal remedy. Okay. So that's what's happening for the sign of Cancer. Next is Leo rising. So for Leo ascendant, Leo rising, Leo Lagna, we have Mars and Rahu coming together exactly at 20 degrees of Pisces. So this is the peak of the Angarak Yoga. Explosive situation developing in your eighth house. At the same time, Moon and Ketu are going to be in your second house exactly at 20 degrees in the sign of Virgo. And Venus is Sandhi. So Venus here, Venus just entered the sign of Taurus. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun together exactly at the same time, 4 degrees Taurus in your 10th house. Okay, so this is triggering your second house and your eighth house. And this exact conjunction is taking place on May 19th, but the effects can be felt weeks, days, or even months after this conjunction. So very sensitive period. This will trigger some things. So what things could be triggered? First of all, your eighth house. This is a time for deep transformation and change. Something big is happening. You'll have revelations. Some secrets may be revealed, secrets of the universe. This is time to be careful about handling other people's money, inheritance or shared wealth, all of that. Be very careful and ethical in all of that. There may be a lot of blind spots. This is the time for sudden changes. Eighth house is sudden changes and transformations in life. And your second house means there could be a lot of emotional drama happening with your family. And be careful in your speech. Moon is exactly conjunct with Ketu in the second house. And also stay away from junk food or old food, So Moon and Ketu in the second house, try to eat proper diet. Okay. So second eighth axes are activated. Now, big blessing where Jupiter and Sun together means this is the time for Leo rising. You may get advice from your co-workers, your business partners, people who are involved with your profession, with your work. They may be coming in the form of your gurus may be showing up in the form of your co-workers. So in other words, good time to spend time with them, to listen to your colleagues. This is the time you will rise and shine as well in your profession. So focus all of your energy on the 10th house matters, which is your profession, rather than focusing on the 8th house or second house. Of course, if you are into deep spirituality, then 8th and second house is getting activated for deep spiritual transformation and wisdom. So that'll happen. But for mundane, for materialistic things, 10th house is activated. So focus on your career. You'll make a lot of progress. Next is the rising sign of Virgo. So for ascendant Virgo Lagna, what's happening is we have Mars and Rahu exactly conjunct at 20 degrees of Pisces in your 7th house. So you see here Mars and Rahu sitting together. They're both at 20 degrees Pisces, 20 degrees Pisces here. At the same time, Moon and Ketu are exactly conjunct at 20 degrees Virgo in your first house, in your Lagna, of course. Okay, so this is so your 1-7 axis is completely getting triggered. Okay, at the same time, Venus is Sandhi, means 0 degrees. Venus is not very strong, so careful with your relationships. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun exactly conjunct at 4 degrees of Taurus in your 9th house. So literally 9th house is your saving grace. What does that mean? First of all, be very, very careful in your relationships. There's explosive situation, developing, meaning possibility of a lot of anger, a lot of illusion around 7th house matters. This is the peak of Angarak Yoga. So Mars is fire, Rahu is air. So there could be a lot of huge issues in relationships possible if you're not careful. So stay away from any arguments or anger, or try to be very careful, because Rahu is illusion. At the same time, Moon is going to be exact same degree as Ketu in your Lagna. That means you may feel complete detachment and going within. So lots of meditation will help. Okay. You may have self-doubt sometimes, Ketu in the first house. But it'll give you immense wisdom and spiritual upliftment. You'll discover the purpose of your life, who you are. The saving grace, as I said, Sun and Jupiter in the ninth house. That means this is a good time to listen to the gurus. Ninth house is our gurus. And so listen to the gurus, listen to your Sangha, listen to your father. Spend time with your father. So focus all of your energy on the ninth house matters rather than getting tangled up in the relationship with seventh house or your first house. So focus on spending time at the temples, at religious places, focusing on understanding what is your dharma, what is your belief system. Okay. And spending time, literally spending time with your gurus and teachers and superiors. So that's going to uplift. So this is the analysis for Virgo rising. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And next, we'll see the sign of Libra. Next is Libra rising, Libra ascendant, Libra lagna. For Libra, what's happening is Mars and Rahu are going to be in your, they are in your sixth house. And so this exact conjunction on May 19th will be taking place in your sixth house at 20 degrees of Pisces. Okay, so this 20 degrees of Pisces, if you see here, and then at the same time, so let's mark it up. At the same time, we have Moon and Ketu, exactly same degree, 20 degrees, but they are in the sign of Virgo in your 12th house. So you have exact conjunction of Moon and Ketu on May 19th. And so although this conjunction takes place on May 19th, but the effects could be felt, a lot longer for days and weeks and months later. So your 6th and 12th house are getting activated. 6th house has this extreme energy of Mars and Rahu. 12th house is, the inward energy of Moon and Ketu, subconscious mind. Now, at the same time, we also have Venus getting just entered the sign of Taurus. If you see here, Venus is 0 degrees Taurus. So Venus is Sandhi. That means it's in a transition phase. It's not very strong yet. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun together. They are in the sign of Taurus, exactly conjunct at 4 degrees of Taurus. So that's going to be your go-to place. That's going to be your saving grace. So we'll discuss what that means. So first of all, Mars and Rahu in the 6th house. Stay away from any anger. Stay away from any conflicting situations. Stay away from like even legal battles and things like that. If you can, postpone for a few days. Mars and Rahu in the 6th house, extreme fighting capability, extreme fighting and possibility of anger issues, flare-ups. So stay away from any issues, any conflicts whatsoever. This may also mean take good care of your health. Do not overwork. Take some rest. Also at your job, if you have a 9 to 5 job, be very careful with any anger issues or any illusion there. Rahu is there. Okay. And Moon going to Ketu, towards Ketu, exact conjunction with Ketu in your 12th house. This is really ideal time for you to focus on your subconscious mind. Go very deep. Astral travel, past life regression. The whole portals are getting activated. So for a lot of people, this could be a negative, or this could be a period for a lot of, pressure. But for Libra, your 12th house is forcing you, or, channeling your energy towards other planes of existence. Go within, talk to your ancestors. Extremely powerful energy. And your 8th house is activated as well. So 8th and 12th houses are activated. 8th house, that means, you'll have the blessings from the 8th house. Maybe some inheritance, shared wealth, or there could be sudden changes for good. So there could be some positive sudden changes and transformations, but you'll also get the answers of, the secrets of the universe, who you are, purpose of existence, all of that 8th house matters are getting activated. Okay, so that's for the sign of Libra. Next, we'll see the sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio, We have Rahu and Mars exact conjunction, the Angarak Yoga, taking place at 20 degrees in your fifth house, 20 degrees of Pisces. If you see here, so this is 20 degrees of Pisces. And at the same time, Moon and Ketu are going to be same degree, 20 degrees, but in the sign of Virgo in your 11th house. So your 5th and 11th axes are getting activated. We'll see what that means. And now at the same time, Venus has just entered the sign of Taurus at 0 degrees. You see here 0 degrees Taurus. So Venus is not very stable. So take care of your relationships, especially Venus sitting in the 7th house. So sensitive period for your relationships. Be careful. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun are going to be exact same degree, 4 degrees in the sign of Taurus in your 7th house. So first of all, be careful dealing with your children. Do not have any anger issues. There should not be any illusion, Maya. In your children's life also, they, themselves guide them to be more polite, more, just ride this wave of few days of extreme conjunctions. Secondly, not a good time to get into any new romantic relationships. Mars and Rahu together, lot of illusion, blind spots, action without thinking, completely immersed in illusion. Okay, so that's all the 5th house matters. So careful. And then 11th house means Moon and Ketu going, exact conjunct. Be very careful on social media. Stay away from people who are, don't have good influence, even including some of your friends who are not serving, not doing you any, good. So time to figure out who is your true friend. And also be careful on the social media. And the saving grace is Jupiter and Sun together. That means listen to your partner. The gurus may present themselves to you to give you advice in the form of your partners. That could be your personal, like spouse, or could be business partner. So this is all one-on-one partnerships. So even though Venus is weak, but for Scorpio, this is unique situation where Venus, the planet of relationships, is weak, but Jupiter and Sun are the saving grace. They are really giving you these blessings. Jupiter is completely getting activated by Sun, exact same degree, 4 degrees of Taurus. Okay, so, and also this could mean that you want to discuss more things with your spouse, with your partner. See, Scorpio people, naturally, they are they don't open up very easily. But this is giving you a chance to, instead of focusing on all this drama happening in the 5th and 11th axis, focus your energy on the 7th house. Spend time with your spouse, with your partner. Discuss things. And this will be a very transformative period for relationships. So that's for the sign of Scorpio. Next is Sagittarius rising. So we have Rahu and Mars, exact conjunction at 20 degrees of Pisces in your 4th house. So Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius Lagna, Sagittarius ascendant. This conjunction taking place in your 4th house, and at the same time, Moon and Ketu will be exactly conjunct at 20 degrees in the sign of Virgo in your 10th house. So 4th house, 10th house getting activated. And this exact conjunction is taking place on May 19th, but the effects could be felt for days and weeks after that. So very sensitive situation, explosive combinations. Being, in your 4th house, that means be very careful in your home environment or with your mother. Okay. This is your inner happiness. 4th house is your inner happiness. So there could be a lot of like change or dissatisfaction or turmoil going on within your heart. At the same time, 10th house is getting activated. So careful at your work also. You may feel detachment with your profession, with your work, or with the co-workers. Okay. And also at the same time, Venus, the planet of relationships, is Sandhi. That means 0 degrees. It's unstable. It's just in a transition phase. So be careful in your relationships. But the saving grace is Sun and Jupiter together at exactly at 4 degrees of Taurus. So that's exact conjunction. So that means instead of focusing on the drama happening in your fourth house and in your 10th house, focus your energies on the sixth house. That's where Sun and Jupiter are completely eliminating that house for you, that area of life for you. So good time to do volunteer service. Good time to focus on your health. A good time to listen to your co-workers, actually, if you have a 9 to 5 kind of a job. Okay. Good time to focus on improving your health, new health routines. So that's for the sign of Sagittarius. And next we'll discuss the sign of Capricorn. Okay. So for Capricorn, what's happening is Capricorn, the Rahu and Mars conjunction, the exact conjunction of Angarak Yoga, is taking place on May 19th in the sign of Pisces at 20 degrees in your third house. So for Capricorn rising, Capricorn Lagna, your third house is having this explosive energy, explosive combination. At the same time, the moon is going to be exact same degree as Ketu, 20 degrees in Virgo in your ninth house. So your third and ninth houses are getting triggered. Absolutely. And at the same time, Venus just entered the sign of Taurus. So Venus is Sandhi. That means it's a bit weak. So, pay attention to relationships. And the saving grace is Jupiter and Sun are exact same degrees, 4 degrees of Taurus in your fifth house. So what does all that mean? First of all, third house is getting triggered, explosive energy there. Be very careful in your communication. Be very careful with dealing with your younger siblings. Be very careful in all sorts of networking, marketing, sales. And Rahu and Mars will make you extremely courageous. So in your day-to-day life, do not take any unnecessary fights or issues with other people. At the same time, ninth house, Moon and Ketu, that means this is time to go within and spend time with the gurus. Spend time in a temple. Go within. This will give you higher wisdom. Okay. But there could be misunderstandings or issues with your teachers, with your gurus. The fifth house is activated in a positive way. So instead of focusing your energy on the third house and ninth house drama going on, focus all your energy on the ninth house. Focus on your children. Focus on your creativity. Focus on your romantic partner. Focus on your intelligence, on your education. Fifth house is also education. So in a way, for Capricorn rising, your gurus may present themselves in the form of your children. So that means listen to your children during these few days, but also this will trigger, the results will be felt even weeks or months afterwards. So your children could be your guru during this phase. Your disciples, your students, in fact, could be your guru. That's your fifth house is getting triggered completely. Sun and Jupiter together, same degree. This is Kazimi Jupiter. And even listen to your romantic partner. They may give you advice in, coming from your gurus. That's your fifth house. Fifth house is also creativity. Focus on developing, creating something big that'll help the humanity. Okay. And if you have important planets, let's say Mahadasha Lord or Antardasha Lord is at one of these degrees, then you'll feel the impact even more. Next is Aquarius rising, Aquarius Lagna, Aquarius ascendant. For Aquarius, for Aquarius, we have Rahu and Mars together, coming together. You see here, this Angarak Yoga is getting triggered, the peak of Angarak Yoga. They're both at 20 degrees Pisces on May 19th. That's the day of exact conjunction. So many things happening on that day. At the same time, Moon and Ketu are exact conjunction at 20 degrees of Virgo. So for Aquarius rising, your second house and your um, eighth house are getting triggered. So this is the axis. So second and eighth is getting triggered. At the same time, Venus just entered Taurus. So Venus is 0 degrees. That means Sandhi. Venus is not super strong. Venus here, 0 degrees Taurus. So relationships might be under stress. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun are getting triggered. They are, in fact, activating each other. They're exactly at 4 degrees of Taurus. So this is Kazimi, what they call extremely powerful fourth house. Your fourth house is activated. Saving grace is this fourth house. So what this all means, first of all, be careful with your words, your speech. There may be issues, with your mouth, with your teeth issues, or just explosive energy here. Be careful not to eat too much junk food. That's Rahu in the second house. Angarak Yoga, activating that energy. And be careful in your relationship with your extended family. Stay away from any family drama. Very, very important. And in terms of your family wealth, also make sure you are taking, be very careful. There shouldn't be any illusion or maya or a misunderstanding in terms of your family wealth. At the same time, Moon in the eighth house, there may be deep secrets may be revealed, exactly conjunct with Ketu. Okay, time to go within, deep meditation, focus on energy healing, past life regression, hypnotherapy. Okay, there could be sudden, the light bulb may be turned on. You may get flashes of intuition, flashes of intelligence, flashes of awareness, and you may get the answers of the universe. Now, listen to your mother. Listen to, people at your home. That's the fourth house is getting triggered. Literally your mother may be coming, giving you advice. Your mother is your guru during this time. Whether, let's say, you're younger, of course, if your mother is with you, listen to her, spend time with her. If you're older, let's say, or your mother is not there, unfortunately, then she may come to you in your dreams. Ask for guidance. Also, good time to spend, just stay at home, spend time in your place of residence. You'll get insights. You'll get lots of blessings and good vibes and good energy sitting at home doing spiritual work. And also could be doing renovation at your home, changes at your home. All of that will be very positive. So that's for the sign of Aquarius. And then we have Pisces rising. So for Pisces Lagna, Pisces ascendant, Pisces rising, what we have is Rahu and Mars are on your Lagna in the sign of Pisces. And on May 19th, they'll be exactly at 20 degrees of Pisces. So this Angarak Yoga, which is the combination of Rahu and Mars, is getting triggered. This is the exact peak point of Angarak Yoga in your Lagna. Very, very critical and explosive situation developing for Pisces, which is, explosive in the sense of, could be a lot of anger, illusion. And at the same time, Moon and Ketu at the same degree, 20 degrees, but in the sign of Virgo, in your seventh house. And at the same time, Venus is Sandhi. That means Venus just entered the sign of Taurus. It is at 0 degrees, so it is weak. So relationships may be under pressure. The saving grace is Jupiter and Sun are exact same degree, 4 degrees of Taurus. So you see how many planets are conjunct exactly same degree. Moon and Ketu, Rahu and Mars, Sun and Jupiter, and then Venus is 0 degrees. So, but the most important thing is your Lagna and your seventh house are getting triggered. So focus will be on you and your relationships. Be very careful, be very gentle with yourself. Rahu, Mars on your Lagna, there could be a lot of unscattered energy, lack of satisfaction with the status quo. Okay, lack of satisfaction with who you are. That's possible. And you may want to go abroad. You may want to just go somewhere, go outside. That is not the solution. At the same time, in your relationships, you may feel very, very detached. You may feel like giving up. Just do lots of sadhana, lots of spiritual work with your spiritual partner. The saving grace being Sun and Jupiter, that means listen to your younger siblings. Though they may come in the, your gurus may give you visit in the form of they may speak through your younger siblings. Good time for short distance travels. Those will be very rewarding. Those may give you answers. Good time to learn some new skills. That is the trigger point. So you see, we've been talking about these transits, Rahu and Mars, Angarak Yoga. I made a video on that. And then, Sun and Jupiter conjunction we made. But this is the May 19th is the trigger point for all of that. Extremely powerful energies will be set into motion. So that's for the sign of Pisces. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications, and consider joining the YouTube membership where we have more exclusive weekly videos and also discounts on consultations. Thanks for watching.